Hey everybody, thank you for joining us. Can you make 10% in 10 minutes? Well, the bank would tell you you can make 1% in 365 days if you're lucky. And then depending on your tax bracket, you'll 20, 30, 40, or 50% of that, which is a really awesome investment. But we tend to be somewhat contrarian and thinking, well, you know, if we do a little thinking for ourselves, if we understand, oh, hey, the market's rigged against you, just like the casinos are rigged against you. But if you know that, you can have fun with casinos and you can have fun with the markets. And we're going to show you 10% in 10 days. We do this almost daily. Over the last couple months, we've been negligent on that. We apologize, but that's because we've been putting together courses to help you understand how to do this for yourself. And if you look in the links below, you will see 2 links, massive accounts for you to get started. There's no excuse. So joining us as usual, Alan Maxwell. Hey, Alan, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. And you?
I'm doing excellent. So this is May 14th, 2015, just a few days ago, as we're going to see what happened. Can we make 10% today? It's a Friday.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Calendar am I looking at?
I know. You know, the problem when you don't have a regular day job, you don't know what day it is. I love that problem, but it's like, can you be here on, like, you know, one day is, yeah, it's a happy life, actually. And by the way, Peter Schiff and Warren Buffett and a lot of other investors, you know, they know how bad it is to put your money in a bank. So they would buy bank stocks rather than, but they wouldn't even buy banks generally because they don't make enough money for these guys. Remember, they started out, you know, a few thousands of dollars and they're billionaires just with it. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to have a look here at this day here and see how it went. Well, this is you've seen this if you've watched our videos. This is a good setup for if this thing breaks down, you know, the look to the left conversation. If this breaks below that, there's nothing to keep that price up there. So I would be watching anything that looks like this for it to just sneak across the line. And if I get any support from the market, I'd buy it. So here I'm going to go forward 1 minute. And there it is. It's below the previous low. The 20-day support price is right here. The volume's good. The market's generally red. I would just say go get that. So I'm going to hit the buy on the put. And this is 42. We're going to go forward 1 minute. It's still likes it. It's lower low. Haven't made any money because it just dipped a little bit and came back. But I like that. So 11%. Now we know 945 quite often the market turns around. Am I going to hang around or I'm going to get paid? Get paid. So there we are. We're just going to take that. What I'd like to do is we're going to go look at another trade for the morning, and then we're going to go look at one that's later in the morning because occasionally we get questions that say, well, you guys seem to always show stuff before 10 a.m. market time. Is there anything else? And it's like, well, yes, of course. So let's go look at another one. This is before 9:45. Let's go look at one after 9:45. What happened at 9:49, and it was LinkedIn. And there it is. It's on the list. It's got a good rank. It's got some stuff going on. And I guess I was using 3-minute candles on this. So this is maybe it was 5-minute candles. Anyways, I liked it. It wasn't an old trade when I was looking at it. I guess I also like that, very similar to the other one. It's near the low, near 20-day low. The minimum that I expect for a stock like this in this position with good market behind is that it's going to hit the low. Is there enough money to make my 10%? Well, let's go find out. We're going to hit the buy. And if it wobbles and falls down further, which is what I expect, that's great. So here we go. We're going to go for 1 minute. Haven't made any money. 2, I'm at 3%. 3, it's coming back. 4, it's still going. See, it's still holding the line. All things are falling lower. Let's go forward another minute. Hasn't broken. And the other thing I'm going to be watching for is that at 10 o'clock, there's quite often a turnaround. So the market is easing off. So do I get out of this thing? Well, the market's still reddish. I'm at 4% profit. So you can see it's struggling to go lower. That's okay, but I'm expecting. And if I would have got out here, I would have got out a break even, maybe lost 1%, but I was aiming for 10% profit. If I loss or 2%, and I generally make 10% or more, good in odds. So there it is. It's at the line. I made my 10%. And there's simple ways to calculate that. You get familiar with all that stuff. And I'm just, and you can watch it later. See, this is 9:50. I get out because markets often turn at 10 o'clock and 9:45. So look at one more because I promised to do that. It's later in the morning, and you say, well, no, you can't make money. You're only 10 o'clock or whatever the critics say. I don't actually. I think when you see these things, you'll go, well, of course that one fell down. Look at it. It's beautiful. If you're a trader, you just know it. This thing here is sitting, it's just breaking the low of the day, and this would be the entry point here. And you can see where's this thing in its path. Last 7 days, it's been sliding this way. It rose up, and then it's just been dropping and dropping. Now, this was a green day for the market yesterday here, right there. But this stock kept falling. What that means to me is there's no love here. So this is 1140. The stock is Win, May 14th. You can look it up. And because it fits the rules, we're going to go for it. And again, at this time of day, we don't generally get in trades, but there are opportunities here if you're familiar enough that you can say, yeah, the market is with me, or that the people hate the stock in this case. So I'm going to hit the buy on the put side, which means we want to make money on the way down. So I'm going to go forward 1 minute, and I haven't really made any changes here. It's still hugging the line. This is a support price right here. So I'm waiting for it to fall out when there's no more support. So it's hanging on, hanging on. Now it's starting to drift. So I'm expecting it to run down because the buyers are gone. It's falling down. So 3%, 4%. So one of the things we've said, Scott, I think a few times is that the market moves faster in the morning. You can still make your 10%, but you have to wait a little longer. And so here we go. I'm going to go for another minute. You see how it's like kind of just, falling in agony, but it is falling.
It's moving in slow motion compared to earlier in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Where we've seen, 14% in 1 minute and that kind of. But you see how it's drifting down, and the mag line's with you. You still have a strong red tint. The market's gone green, a little bit green, not strong. The stock's already down below where it's been for the last 7 days. It's not a free fall, but it's falling down. It's picking up the speed now. And this is lunchtime. So I would normally just get out. But, what happens with the stock? Well, for a longer trade because it is falling and there's nothing here to support it. So if we keep looking at it, you'll see that it's still sliding down, just drifting down. And that's pretty much how that stock goes for, I think, the day. And the clue was right here, is that there's nothing over here that says I'm going to buy it. The buyers are gone. So then they're weak buyers. It's like, yeah, I'll buy a few. Buyers are like, I ain't buying nothing here. So that's it for this day. There's another trade if you want to. Well, we'll save that for the training part. That Steve's got a training course coming out with you, Scott, and his style. He would have made a couple other trades as well. So don't tell me you can't make any money.
That's right. That's right. So 10% in 10 minutes, is it possible? Yep. Take a look at the
the summary. So end link 2 minutes, 11%. LinkedIn, that took 10 minutes for 10%, and you can see the afternoon 20 minutes to make 11%. There are ones, but it's rarer. The market moves slower. 11 o'clock.
That's great. Thanks, Alan. Thank you for joining us, everybody. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment in discussion below. And also be really nice if you subscribe to our channel. Just click on the little subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner. Tell your friends about it. Appreciate the support. We've had just a phenomenal support with our 2 courses. We've got below to them. We've given you a really nice discount for spending this 5 or 10 or 15 minutes with us today. Really appreciate you a lot. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.